If you're holding crypto and you don't have it protected in an LLC, you're making a massive mistake that could cost you everything. I'm talking about setting up an actual legal separation between your personal assets and your crypto holdings. As here's the thing most people don't realize. When you own crypto in your personal name and someone decides to sue you, the first thing their lawyers are going to do is run an asset search. Your exchange accounts are tied to your social security number, so they find your crypto immediately. But when your crypto is properly held in an LLC, it's protected from personal lawsuits and creditors. Plus, it comes with some amazing tax benefits as well, which I'll cover too. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through a complete step-by-step process of setting up a crypto LLC from start to finish. We'll cover choosing the right state, using the right registered agent, getting your EIN number, opening a business bank account, and connecting everything to crypto exchanges. Plus, I'll show you the tax benefits you'll get and how to stay compliant. By the end of this video, you have a legitimate business structure protecting your crypto assets and potentially saving you thousands of dollars in taxes. So let's jump right into it. Let's first go over why you need a crypto LLC in the first place. And the biggest reason to set up an LLC for crypto is asset protection. When you hold crypto in your personal name, like the first example right here, these assets are completely exposed to any personal liability. Let's say you get into a car accident, or someone slips and falls at your house, or face any kind of lawsuit, your crypto holdings become fair game for creditors. But when your crypto is held in an LLC like this, it creates what is called a corporate veil. This legal separation means that your personal liabilities can't touch the assets inside the LLC, and business liabilities can't reach your personal assets. And the tax benefits are huge as well. As an LLC, you can write off legitimate business expenses related to managing your crypto investment. Plus, if you're actively trading, the LLC structure gives you more flexibility in how you can report your gains and losses, and you can also set up a retirement account through the LLC and potentially defer on your crypto gains. And don't wait until you're already wealthy from crypto to think about protection. By then, it might be too late to get all the full benefits. Now, when it comes to forming your LLC, you have multiple options for choosing the state, but these two are the best: Delaware and Wyoming. Delaware is also known as the corporate capital of America. Most Fortune 500 companies are incorporated there, but for crypto specifically, Wyoming is absolutely the clear winner. Delaware has quite high annual fees of $300 per year, and it requires more public disclosure than Wyoming. Wyoming only charges $60 per year for the annual fee, and they have the most progressive cryptocurrency legislation in the country. Wyoming legally recognizes digital assets as intangible property, which means all property laws apply to your crypto holdings. The state also allows anonymous LLCs, so your personal information doesn't appear on any of the public databases, and this gives you an extra layer of privacy protection that you won't get in most other states. Besides that, Wyoming has zero state income tax, which is huge if you're planning to take distributions from your LLC. They also have strong asset protection laws and allow single-member LLCs to maintain anonymous. But most importantly, Wyoming's crypto-friendly regulations means that banks and exchanges are more comfortable with working with LLCs in Wyoming. You have fewer headaches when opening accounts and conducting business. Okay, now knowing all of this, let's get your LLC set up. And for this, we need a registered agent. And a registered agent is your official representative in the state. They receive legal documents and government notices on behalf of your LLC, and the requirement is that they must have a physical address in the state and need to be available during business hours. Now, I'm going to use Northwest Registered Agent because they're reliable, reasonably priced, and handle all the paperwork correctly. And if you want to follow along, you can go to the link in the description or type in buyhassle.com/Northwest. This will take you directly to the LLC setup page and saves you money on the setup fees. So from here, we can click Let's Get You Started. Now, the first question they ask is what type of business we would like to start. Of course, we are going to set up an LLC. And then the next question is where we would like to form the business. So here we need to select the state. For this, of course, we're going to select Wyoming. So I'll type in Wyoming right here. And as we can see, here are the fees. The basic package fee of Northwest is $39, and then the Wyoming processing fee for the state is $104. From here we can click on continue, and this is where we want to fill in the details of our company. First, we need to select the name. Now, this has to be unique in Wyoming and must end with LLC or limited liability company. Now, honestly, the name can be anything. I'll go with VectorTube LLC like this. And here, send a copy of lawsuits and legal notices to your attorney. For most people, this is not necessary. I'm going to select no. And then here for the business purpose, you can fill in what you're going to do with this company. But the most simple option, and what I'm doing all the time, is using a generic business purpose, which is fine as well. Then we get to the address, and this is the physical address you want on record with the state. This is going to be on the public record, as well as the mailing address. Both of them, you should set them as our registered agent address of Northwest that will be registered in Wyoming. From here then we can click continue, where we can set up the management of our company. If you have a single member LLC or the only owner, super easy. You select member managed, fill in your first and last name, and also assign this to the registered agent address of Northwest. If you have multiple members, you can add the member right here, so you have multiple people on the LLC. Then next up, you can fill in your contact information. This is not going to be put on any of the records. This is just for Northwest to complete the purchase and to communicate with you. Then we can go over to the business identity, and this is basically where they try to sell you a website, email address and phone number. Really not necessary, also not a very good deal in my opinion. It's a free trial. I would recommend not getting this, and if you need this, you can also get it later or somewhere else. However, at the next page, this is really important because we need the tax ID. When we click on this, this is also known as the EIN number or the employer identification number. You need this to open business bank accounts and file taxes and basically anything to operate with your LLC. Now, Northwest can handle this for you for just $50 if you have a social security number. If you're a foreigner, it's a little more. Now, you could technically do this yourself as well through the IRS, but it takes a lot of time and there's a lot of hassles. So just for the time saving alone, I would recommend letting Northwest handle it for you. The other options right here, like S corporation election with the IRS, trademark filing, DBA trade name filing, isn't necessary, so you can just skip these and then go to payment, and this is where you can complete the payment, and you can see the total amount is just under $200. So now Northwest will start filing the company, and usually within 1 to 2 days your LLC will be formed and the EIN will be obtained and sent to you within 1 to 2 weeks. Now let's go over to the next crucial step for our crypto LLC, and this is what a lot of people don't talk about. It's creating your operating agreement. And for the operating agreement, think of it like your LLC's rulebook. It's a document that proves that you are the owner of the LLC, what assets belong to the LLC, and how decisions are made if you have multiple owners. Now without this, you can't legally show that your crypto belongs to the LLC, so your coins could still be personally owned and not protected. So basically, when you transfer a crypto to the LLC, you basically say, I, the owner, am contributing my crypto into the company as capital. And the most important section in the operating agreement is section 5, called capital contributions. You basically list your wallet address, the type of crypto, the amount, the USD value at the time. So an example line of how you can write this: 1.5 Bitcoin from wallet address that you receive it from, valued at whatever price at whatever date. That sentence makes it official that those coins now belong to the LLC. Also in the agreement, you want to mention the LLC's business purpose. So you can simply say to hold and manage cryptocurrencies investment, how profits are distributed, again, if you have multiple members, and what happens if there are multiple owners, voting responsibilities, basically everything you want to list there. Then once this has been set up, you want to make it official through notarization. So after you write or sign the operating agreement, you can go to a notary public. Basically any way you can do this, super easy. Bring your ID and sign it in front of them. They will stamp it, which makes it official and proves it's your document. Now here's an example that I have from this important section. For this, I will leave a link down below as well. Basically shows the assets, ownership and control, additional contributions, and the business purpose of the LLC. So this is just really important to know. Now let me show you how to open a business bank account. Honestly, this is super easy, but I do want to quickly show it. Basically, any bank that supports LLCs will work. You can choose between fintech banks, Mercury, Relay, Airwallex. You can also use traditional banks, Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. And to open US business bank accounts, you basically need the same information all the time. You need the articles of organization, which basically proves that your LLC exists, the EIN number you got from Northwest, and then also the registered agent address where your company is formed. Now what is important, they're going to ask you what the bank account is used for. So don't say crypto trading, cryptocurrency business, that is usually flagged. Banks usually don't like the word crypto. You should describe it as something like digital asset management or alternative investment holding company. That should cause no issues. Then we get to the next step, and that is setting up the crypto exchange accounts. As for the holding, you preferably want to use business crypto accounts. So on exchanges, you need to make that through your LLC. Now, just as an example, Kraken is an exchange with this option. So let me show you how that would look like. So first of all, when you go to Kraken like this, you can click on sign up. And then from here, we already have two options, personal and business. Obviously select business right here. Then you want to fill in your details. And for the country of formation for the business, select United States. And then the state, which obviously is Wyoming, just like that. And from here, as you can see, you need to fill in the information of your company, your business name. Then this is where you want to fill in the address of your company in Wyoming, of the registered agent. Then next you want to fill in the information of the company. So here you want to select LLC, limited liability company. You want to fill in the tax ID or your EIN number, and you want to fill in the date of formation. Then fill in the financial information, company net worth. For most of us, it's going to be under 500K. Which country is your bank account in? Also in the United States. And then here you can fill in the source of funds used for trading or custody. And some more information about the product, and then information about yourself. Honestly, this process is quite straightforward. It will be very similar for other exchanges as well. And this is how you can properly set up a business account on exchanges. Now lastly, let's go back to the whiteboard. Let's talk about tax considerations and compliance specifically for Wyoming. Now Wyoming LLCs are taxed as pass-through entities, which means you don't pay any taxes at the business level. It's passed through to you on the personal level. This gives you flexibility to deduct business expenses while maintaining the asset protection that an LLC provides. Now, in Wyoming, no state income tax. Of course, if you're a resident of the US, you still need to pay federal income tax and self-employment tax. I would highly recommend to document every crypto transaction into and out of the LLC with the dates, the amounts, and the purpose. And to prepare you in the very best way, I would recommend finding a CPA who understands cryptocurrency and LLC taxations. Lastly, let's quickly go over the required annual filings and penalties. And for Wyoming, it's super easy. You simply need to file one annual report every single year for your LLC. This has a $60 fee, and you need to file through the Wyoming Business Division website, but also CPA can do that for you. Alright, so that's pretty much the complete process for setting up your crypto LLC. You now have legitimate asset protection separating your crypto holdings from personal liability. I put links to Northwest Registered Agent, to the banks, and other resources mentioned in the video down in the description. These links help support the channel and often get you a better deal on the services. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.